Intro, say what up, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up? This is Tezarelli, aka your sister's side nigga that could possibly be your nephew's daddy, but he came before I even was there, and I'm gonna basically raise him, raise him like he's my own, you know. But yeah, what's up?
Yeah, it's Henny Neutron. Third Armstrong. All right, let's do it.
Third arm drag.
All right, y'all. All right, first order of business. I was just messing with you. All right, topics. So before you got here, we were talking about music earlier, and I posed a question to him that had to do with Kendrick Lamar. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is his strongest album and his weakest album? Discount, like, we're not counting Untitled, Unmastered.
Why not? It was so.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Like, I'm real. I'm super critical. Like, if you don't put out no mixtape. Don't call shit a mixtape or anything like that. If you're selling it at CD prices.
But for the sake of the question, we're not gonna count it.
So you would just?
I actually think that album was really dope.
Yeah, but I'm not counting because
I get you, but I'm just,
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like for the sake of this, we're gonna put the four main ones to the forefront. Section 80. Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp Butterfly, Damn. What do you think is the strongest? What do you think is his weakest?
His strongest overall, or like personally.
Yeah, it's like it's your personal.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm saying like consensus with like general public and consensus with me personally are going to be two different.
No, yeah, I'm talking about you, not public.
For me personally. Yeah. I actually like
justification, sir. We're gonna need these citations.
I really like the one album that I would probably play the most personally would probably be Good Kid, Mad City. That being said, I still don't think that's the strongest album. I think Damn might be his strongest album to date because he's learning more about how to incorporate more of who he is personally and not just his worldview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's two different levels right there. Like, you can talk about your worldview and you can talk about yourself. But to combine the two, that's different. Yeah, and I feel like he's getting closer and closer to finding that happy medium with that. How he relates to the world, how the world relates to him, and how it makes sense to Tez.
I kind of think he already knew how to do that, but Good Kid, Mad City was just...
Good Kid, Mad City was like his personal story that like people gravitated to because everybody had that fucking same story. In his area?
Yeah, I agree with that. But it wasn't from the standpoint of I was, the nigga holding guns and selling drugs. It was from the perspective of being in the community, but from the outside looking in. Like, I wasn't doing that, but I hung with cats that did it and tried to
and a lot of times while I was doing it, I got caught up, and that's where other people can relate.
But how many people talk about that story for, like, a whole album that's that consistent and concise as far as that story?
How many people, as in how many other rappers?
Yeah.
I'm not comparing him to other rappers. This is about Kendrick.
Don't do this shit. No, it's about Kendrick.
You do this all the time.
Whatever, but it's about Kendrick. But I'm just saying, like, how many people have made something like so specific to that and to that region and to that?
A lot of people have, man. You're just not thinking of them. Like Eminem's worldview. That's why a lot of people fucked with M. Tyler, the Creator cornered the fucking weirdo nigga market.
Yeah, but nobody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a weirdo nigga. Nobody. No disrespect.
I don't feel like anybody came along with Tyler's like sense of like understanding rap music and putting in that melodic thing in a weirdo way as much as him. Like from like being like really shock value, like incorporate shock value.
No, aside from the shock value, the story of Tyler, Creator is. Or at least the first couple of albums from Tyler is, I don't have anything going for me. And the world treats me like shit because I don't do what everybody else does.
No, but I'm saying the shock value thing was what reeled a lot of people in. That was like...
of course. But the thing that... See, there's a difference between reeling people in and getting people to stay.
Yeah,
and the people that stayed are the ones that were like, oh, I see past the shock value because that's just him lashing out. And the reason he's lashing out is because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I get that.
And X, Y, and Z is a story that a lot of people can fucking correlate to.
But I don't think anybody had musically, from my perspective, that had commercial appeal to...
It depends on how far you push that, because Jay-Z, like, Reasonable Doubt...
No, I'm saying, like, a weirdo nigga having commercial appeal like that. We're talking about, like, somebody that's had more shock value. He's not a weirdo nigga. He's not.
You.
No, he's not. He's not weirdo. He's not weirdo like Tyler. He's weirdo like conscious, backpacky weirdo. That's not the same thing.
It's okay if it. I consider Tyler Creator backpack music too.
I don't consider him like Lupe though. I think that's a different thing.
I think of it like this, like
because what you were saying,
big zipper,
but what you were saying
Tyler
about
is the little zipper.
But what you were saying about subgenres and breaking things into that, like it's all rap music, but it's different. Like Tyler Creator's perspective is different than Lupe's. Lupe came from from the hood, but he was more into comics, or not necessarily more into comics, but he was
at
in
the
the comics.
basis of it all, though, this is my question to you. At the basis of it all, though, is it not the same story of wanting to be accepted? Is it not the same story of wanting to Is it not the same story of I didn't get the girl that I wanted?
You could say that about you. You could say that
that's
you could say that about
though.
Reasonable Doubt.
That's my whole thing, though. And that's why I'm like, yeah, his Kendrick's story is not as different from anybody else's story. It's just the situations you were in, and the presentation was better. And that's why I say I listen to that album more than any other album, because that album creatively, Section 80 was creative as fuck. Mm-hmm. But now, Good Kid, Mad City, okay, we got the money, we got the resources, and we got the means, and we got the minds to make this album as creative as we fucking want it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
And that's why I listen, because sonically that shit just sounds really fucking good to me.
Because Dre.
Not just Dre.
But Dre engineered it as far as the quality of sound.
I completely agree with you. It is Dre.
Because Dre wasn't like, yo, let me have my input while you creating the album. It was just like, oh, okay, there's a song, there's with Compton, and I think there might have been another song where they worked together, and he was like, because he didn't produce anything on that album.
Yeah, I think Soundwave did it or something.
Yeah, did Compton. No, Soundwave, no. Compton was produced by Just Blaze. I know that. Okay. But anyway, I
can hear that now.
Yeah. He was on The Recipe. That wasn't produced by him. I think that maybe Soundwave was another producer. And then Compton was produced by Just Blaze. And Dre rapped on both of those. And, of course, Kendrick Ghost wrote Dre's verses and shit.
Because he sounds just like Kendrick.
Yeah, exactly. But, slow down version, though. But anyway, Dre signed Kendrick because he came to the table as a complete artist. It's like, I have my own ideas. I know what I want to sound like. And the music that you've heard from me, it sounds pretty well polished. And when he got the Good Kid, Mad City album done, he just came with the album, and Dre was like, listen to the shit. Yo, you good. Let me engineer the sound, and he put his polish on it. So I think that there's a difference between, in my opinion, a lot of cats that have that perspective that I'm not going to even go into the whole time thing, because for a lot of people, Good Kid, Mad City was their introduction to Kendrick. Mm-hmm. So I hate when people compare Good Kid, Mad City to Illmatic. It's like, not only is it two different... No. Well, let me finish.
I think it's a fair assessment.
No. Let me finish. I don't think it's a fair assessment, because not only are they were made in two different eras, they were also... Kendrick came to the table a complete artist when he dropped Good Kid, Mad City. Nas didn't come to the table a complete artist when he was 17 or 18, and he made Illmatic, and he had producers, basically. I think he had, I want to say either Premier or a Large Professor basically oversaw the project, and I know Kendrick had more input into what type of production am I going to have on my album. These are my song concepts, and Nas was kind of like, well, I got this concept for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you hear right now is
hip hop head,
hip hop Tez.
You got it. Salute the motherfucking general, goddamn. But I'm just saying, those are two different. It's two different. But entities.
I can see the comparison though.
You talking about somebody that's more self-realized versus somebody that was a kid and was less self-realized as far as what type of artist. Not MC.
No. Hold on. Pause.
At that point.
Pause.
Say what you gotta say.
The thing that you gotta realize is that the thing that made Nas so popular was because he was that fucking wise at that fucking age.
Not as an artist, as an MC.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. When it comes down to it, when it comes down to listening to music, it's not about fucking the whole artist. Nigga, people listen to. Okay, let me put it like this. Fuck, I don't.
Because say that name. No. Let me finish.
Joel Ortiz.
Uh-huh.
Dope artist or dope MC?
Depending on what song.
No, nigga, dope artist or dope MC?
No, this ain't a yes or no.
Because bro, that's the same thing that you could say about the fucking comparison between Illmatic and fucking Good Kid, Mad City.
No. Because Illmatic had more hands in the pot that were controlling how the sound was gonna play out, and Kendrick had more say so.
Is it a classic or are both?
They're both classics. Yes.
That's why people can compare them, dog.
No, but you can't. No, what I'm saying. No. I'm not saying
semantics. Right
no,
now.
it's not semantics. But I'm just saying you can't compare from the standpoint of whether it's the timeline of when Good Kid, Mad City came out and when Illmatic came out, or whether it's who had more input in their album. And
I think the comparison is the lyrics. I think the comparison is literally the lyrics.
You still can't compare. Well, you can compare.
How the fuck can you not? Did somebody ghostwrite for Kendrick?
No, I'm not saying that.
Did somebody ghostwrite for? No.
I'm not even saying you necessarily can't compare, but it's unfair. Just like you were saying about the fucking like Kendrick versus the rest of the world as far as being the GOAT.
I get what you're saying, and I get why you would rather have people compare Section 80 to fucking Illmatic. I get that.
In a sense, yeah.
I get that.
Well, I didn't necessarily say that, but I wouldn't have
projects before fucking Illmatic, and nobody talks about those either.
What project besides Live at the Barbecue? What full project did he have?
Bro, it don't matter. A project is a project.
One song, Live at the Barbecue, where he had one verse.
Was that one verse not enough to get him on?
It was enough to get him on.
So was Section 80 not enough to get K-Dot on?
K-Dot already had mixtapes in the chamber. He had already had fucking traction on the tires, and was more. He was more. I mean, he was
when
more.
When it comes down to it, like people people have every right to compare the lyricism between K-Dot, and I don't even think people are comparing it to be like who's better, who's. I think from my standpoint,
they do compare to say what's a better album.
That's because you be looking for the beef issues.
No. People have compared. I've heard people say.
Why does that bother you when you like both of them?
No, it doesn't necessarily bother me, but I just don't feel like you can do that because it's two artists at two different stages in their career.
I don't think comparing two different artists is fair in the first fucking place. But
yeah,
you do it all the fucking time.
I do.
It's two different styles. But my whole thing, when it comes down to it, I think people can compare both of them if they want to. I choose not to because I'm just like, music is music. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't see no reason to be like, we're gonna throw these two albums in the ring or whatever. I'm like, bruh, like, man, fuck all that. Yeah, but I think sonically, Good Kid, Mad City is the album that I probably would gravitate to the most.
Or compared to Illmatic, I guess.
No, out of Kendrick's work.
Oh, okay, I got you. Because you said it was like with the strongest, I guess. We talking about strongest and weakest?
Yeah, because like he knew that this was like, okay, this is my big commercial fucking record. Mm-hmm. I gotta fucking go in. Yeah. And so he did that shit. He knew he knew exactly what to do. He knew exactly what to do. So I completely agree with you when I'm saying, when you say shit like he was a more developed artist than Nas was. I get it. And I accept it. Because you're right. You can't, like, for real, like, I'm not going to debate that.
Okay. That's cool.
His album that I probably listen to the least, ironically, would have to be Damn, if not To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly, I can fuck with because, like, and I kind of want to debate even if To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic or not. Because the reason people saying it's a classic is because everything that was going on at the time the album dropped.
Yeah, in context.
Now that people ain't talking about all the shit that was happening and all the shit that's still going on, do we talk about To Pimp a Butterfly?
Not really. Not as much, I should say, yeah.
So that's my fucking thing.
When I first,
like, I don't know, between those two, I still love both of those projects.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's harder for me. I'm not gonna lie, like some shit on Damn, it's just hard for me to listen to. And I'm not saying that it's not that great of an album.
You talking about lyricism or production?
Just lyricism.
Oh, okay.
Because I know that shit is so internalized for him at this point, and so it's like
I'm not gonna pull out my card I could pull on him when he says it's hard to listen to.
Oh my god!
You goddamn right, nigga. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, nigga. I'm gonna get on my phone. I'm getting on my feet now.
Wait, it's something with him?
I'm getting on my feet now. Fuck that shit. Love, you goddamn right. He disappointed me. That nigga disappointed me. I'm getting on my feet now.
That's you, man.
You goddamn right. Yeah.
Every time somebody say something like, I wasn't feeling one song on Damn, he automatically,
it's love, man.
Love, nigga. I knew it's love.
I knew it.
Love that.
Yeah, the consensus is love is not that. Right. The consensus is love is not that great of a record. But if you compare it to radio hits, that song is a fucking smash. And that's why you can't be mad at that. And I understand. Let me finish. The thing is, everybody wants to see it sit up here, pigeonhole this man who's a fucking musician who can do whatever the fuck he wants into this corner of like, no, we don't want to hear you do commercial shit. This nigga still gotta fucking sell records.
That's not the reason. I like loyalty. Loyalty sounds good, but loyalty and love sound like they were made after the fucking album was complete.
Probably were.
And we
need more hits from this.
Exactly. You got your album.
He's doing his job. It's a job.
It sounds forced.
It sounds forced as fuck. Everybody else, bro.
It's forced as fuck.
It's a radio hit. Of course, it's forced.
No,
it's a radio hit.
Loyalty sounds fun. Like they enjoy
tell me that you don't think that any other song on the radio is forced.
I didn't say that.
No. Because you're saying it sounds like it's forced.
It sounds like it's forced.
It's supposed to sound that way because he probably didn't want to do that shit.
These finger taps are picking up like.
My bad.
But the thing is, it's like literally, like he got the album done, and then somebody listened to it, and they're like, well, you got Damn sounds like it could be a pretty good radio hit. You got Humble sounds like it could be a pretty good radio hit, but that's it. We need some gigantic songs. So let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish.
You did let me finish. But go ahead.
No, I interrupted you, but I'll let you continue. But yeah, anyway, like it sounds like okay, you had that. Yeah, he had the album finished or whatever, and then they were like, "Yo, we're gonna need some more bangers on that, son. Gonna need some more bangers, man. What else you got?" And he was like writing this shit. He was like, "Okay, I need to come up with some shit. I'm writing And he was like, what could be the chorus on this shit? The verse sounds like somebody being loyal. Let's see, loyalty. That's what that shit sounds like. And that song's good, but love sounds the same, in a similar vein, but it sounds so fucking forced and it sounds so weird. Like not weird in a bad way, but weird in a bad way. But the production kind of sounds like drip drop, some old school R. Kelly ass. Exactly, some old school R. Kelly fucking what was that? I forgot the name of this shit.
They probably sampled
Ignition,
it, bro.
Not Ignition, but some other shit. He had like
They probably sampled it, man.
It was something, but it just sounded corny as fuck.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
My point is
that was my criticism of Damn. I just had to get on my soapbox about that shit.
You
cool. Goddamn right.
Do your thing. But my question, I'm not debating how you feel. You have every right to feel that way about that shit all day.
Yeah.
You know me. I agree with you on a lot of your points. But my standpoint is at the end of the day, this man has a quota to fucking fulfill. How are you gonna be mad at this? If he don't do it, then he's not gonna fucking drop an album. They're not gonna drop his album if he doesn't do this. He still has to go through fucking Interscope.
Could we say the same thing about Lasers? As I look at Phenom, who was his
the thing about Lupe's career, and this is why I don't understand why you are upset about him doing about K-Dot doing commercial shit.
No, I'm not upset. It just sounds super forced. Okay. Whereas some music that sounds good and sounds radio friendly, there's been shit where like Cry Me a River doesn't fucking sound forced. Like Justin Timberlake,
Justin Timberlake's not, bro. That's he's an entertainer. Yeah, that's different. He knows what to do.
No, but what's the song? I can think of another Justin Timberlake song that kind of sounds forced. I'm trying to think. It might have been the shit with the clips and shit. His first single off of Justified. That shit sounded forced as fuck.
That sounded forced only because the clips were rapping on it. That would have been fine by itself with just Justin Timberlake. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, that might be the main reason.
Exactly.
But it still sounds forced. And you can tell the difference between something that's organic and something.
I'm giving you reasons why shit sounds forced, and it's like you just still want to see like, oh, I don't like it. And it's like, bro, I'm not trying to sway your fucking opinion about it.
I'm not saying.
I'm just saying, understand why the shit sounds forced. Yeah. And if you don't like it, don't fuck with it.
I don't, but I'm just saying my point. I'm just saying my point, man. I'm just saying my point, and I'm saying why I feel like not only do I feel like it's forced, but I'm saying that I feel like he didn't have to necessarily try to make it in that vein, and it could have been commercially successful. He didn't have to like just okay. No. Let me finish. You can come to the. You can literally whatever, dude. You can laugh off. No. You can come to the table and say, okay, I have this idea, and I'm gonna execute it like that. Or you can feel like you're pressured and be like, I need a hit. What's gonna sound good? You know, there's a difference. Yeah. You have a.
What's wrong with this man wanting to have a number one? Has he had a number one?
He has
Not in album sales. I'm talking about in singles. Has he had a number one by himself?
Okay, well, now you being super specific. Now that's semantics,
bro.
Like you being like, well, you can't have Drake on it. You can't like
my point, and the reason I'm being so specific is because Love is just him rapping and some dude singing. So it's some unknown.
It's a dude that produced it. That
dude.
produced it.
So what's your point?
I'm saying it's produced.
Can this man not want?
No, it's produced by the same person on the hook.
All right.
Your point.
All right.
He helped create
how the success of it. Mediate. Bro, wow, I said meditate. Fuck it. All right. We're going to bring this back in.
Kevin McCall did the same shit with all that bullshit for the birds. Yeah.
Chris Brown, yeah.
Kevin McCall did the same shit, and it was a number one fucking hit.
No,
all I'm saying is K-Dot probably wants a number one fucking hit.
By himself. That's what you're saying.
Hold on.
Oh,
we bringing it back in. We going to bring it back in. Nah, I just stepped out, had a phone call, came back in.
This shit was a whole nother question. He just wanted to debate some shit.
No, you didn't want to leave it where it was. You didn't want to leave it where it was. I had my perspective.
We bring it back in. All right, Tess, what was your strongest Kendrick album?
Please, damn.
No, did you say your weakest?
Yeah, I did. You wouldn't listen because you were ready to debate. Go ahead, cuz.
Oh, fuck out of here, bro. You throwing me on the bus when you debate everything?
Tess.
You can't debate, my nigga. I had points, nigga.
Okay.
Do your thing, man.
Really?
Go.
Seriously, go, man. It's cool.
No, my favorite one, this nigga.
I have to laugh.
I'm not mad, but it's just I feel like.
Hey, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was the same. His strongest was the same as mine. Because we were just
Good
Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City, strongest Oh yeah, you said that was your strongest.
Well, I was gonna explain it. Like, it was like similar reasons as his song structure. I thought it was pretty dope as far as like how he made songs that, again, I would say sounded organic, and then they also were they were also commercially successful, and they were like all the singles on his album, and I say his strongest.
All his singles sounded organic.
Yeah,
you fucking lying.
Except Backseat Freestyle.
No, before that, you fucking lying.
You talking about Vibe?
No. He's talking about the one with Drake.
Exactly.
Right.
Nigga, you crazy.
What?
You talking about love? Man, you fucking crazy. Do your thing, though. Do your thing, though.
You got real talk. I'm gonna be honest. You got me on that. But you want to nitpick, nigga. You want to nitpick,
nigga. You was nitpicking.
Most of the album sounded the same. Most of the album sounded organic. This nigga,
we bring it back in.
This nigga want to clash. You want to clash with Titans?
Your crack.
This nigga want to clash,
bro. Do your thing.
But like anyway, besides,
I feel like Herb Dean right now. Come on now.
But anyway. I would say besides, and I'll concede the point he made. Like besides, I forgot the name of this shit.
Nobody remember the name of that shit because it sounded forced. Go ahead.
Poetic Justice, dog.
Poetic Justice. Besides, yeah, but he did another track actually.
Which one?
The shit that was on Take Care.
Problems?
No. Well, yeah, that one.
Well,
but that was on ASAP Rocky shit. But the shit with on Take Care. I'm snapping. I'm sorry. I'm fucking the audio up. Yeah, the shit
it was
on Take Care. But it was like
I didn't listen to Take Care that much.
But it was
I heard it like twice.
Yeah, but it was like an interlude where he was rapping and it led up to a Drake song.
Okay.
But that song, like that album, Good Kid, Mad City, like the song structure of it, I thought was great. That's why. This nigga's long. But yeah, the song structure of that I felt like was strong in the sense of you wouldn't like. And then I'm gonna get to my weakest, and it's for certain reasons. Like the song structure of Good Kid, Mad City was very palatable to anybody, and it showcased. I felt like how great of a lyricist Kendrick was, his storytelling ability, his incredible delivery, being able to switch his voices up, and all of that stuff, and then also just the insight into his own personal life, how he perceived things, where he felt like he was jaded and how he felt. And I feel like that album encapsulated all of that. My weakest is going along similar lines as Henny as far as like To Pimp a Butterfly, because it was so dense. The sound wasn't necessarily that as palatable to as palatable to the casual rap listener. And even for me, I had to kind of like listen. Wow.
You gotta watch them.
Yeah,
taps,
like if you can't see, he opened his beer up. I guess he shook it up.
It's cool. We don't want people writing in party foul and shit on the fucking comment section.
He's stupid. But
go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, I felt like To Pimp a Butterfly was like way more dense and like sonically. Yeah, sonically it was harder to listen to as far as if you weren't used to listening to eclectic sounds, and even I'm used to listening to like more eclectic music, but I had to kind of take a step back and say, okay, this is what he's doing, and they were like, I think
and you talking about To Pimp a Butterfly?
To Pimp a Butterfly,
okay.
yeah, and then track 1 through it might have been 4, where I felt like musically it didn't flow as well. And like it didn't like the I guess the sound of the live band to me didn't flow as well, just as far as how they organized the music within the songs.
The reason I made that look because I was surprised by like
I didn't love it. Like I don't like think it's a perfect album. I never said it was a perfect album. I never felt like it was a perfect album.
I was just talking about like the sound of it. I'm like
no, it was a great sound, but I just felt like tracks literally 1 through maybe 3 or 4, like that sound didn't flow well. It sounded like the rest of the album was very well produced, like as far as the sound they were utilizing, or the different sounds they were utilizing, because they were utilizing different genres. Mm-hmm. But the first 4 tracks just sounded kind of like it sounded like very jam bandy in a way. Like they kind of was on the spot, and they didn't necessarily want to go back and polish it, and that's kind of threw me off, because I'm used to, if I listen to an album like a rock album that's like jam bandy or whatever, like even a Mars Volta. It kind of like through that whole album, it sounds kind of jam bandy.
Watch your words.
No, but really, for me, from my perspective, I'm not a hardcore Mars Volta. I'm listening to every album, front and back, in their discography.
You're not me. It's cool.
Yeah, literally, I'm not Henny, because Henny's like he loves Mars Volta.
Jesus Christ.
I enjoy their music too, but I'm just not as hardcore avid fan. But yeah, like for me, I'm not used to hearing music where it's like there's not that cohesiveness through the whole album. It's like that first 4 tracks. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like that, and then it was like, oh, let's polish it up a little bit more. And then you had Black of the Berry, where it was like a literally drum machine and a conventional rap track. So that's just why I think To Pimp a Butterfly would be like the least strongest out of, like the least strong out of, or the weakest out of his whole discography, in my opinion. And it was like, this is a long ass thing. We're finally getting the Phenom. What do you think, Fee?
My strongest album for Kendrick, I will say To Pimp a Butterfly. For me.
Your reasons, baby.
My reasons for that is, like, I guess if you want to say I was a prisoner at the moment it dropped, you can say that.
Yeah,
but for me,
a prisoner.
But for me,
corporate
we're resident. We're resident.
Oh, you talking about job wise? Huh? You talking about from your job? From the standpoint of your job?
Yeah, and just life at that point in time for me.
Nigga, we all prisoners.
But like,
we all got Stockholm syndrome.
And it was also the
okay, go ahead.
It was also the jazz fusion, because I'm one of my favorite producers is Nujabes, and like one of
R.I.P.
R.I.P. man, dope. One of his biggest component was jazz and a lot of Japanese instrumentation, a lot of Japanese music, but the jazz was always a constant in his music. And like I've shared those people, like Nujabes was like, he's like up there with some of my favorite producers of all time. I got a band
that you probably need to check out, by the way. I'll let you know.
Yeah. But I just love the jazzy, the jazziness, the hip hop, the jazziness hip hop vibe from it. That's why it was up there for me. My weakest out of all, it would probably be Down, because I haven't had enough time to like sit with it like I had with the other ones. I can't say Good Kid, Mad City, because I relate a lot to the stuff he was talking about in that album, as well as going through similar situations from in that album. So Good Kid, Mad City probably be the second. Well, it'll be a tie between Good Kid, Mad City and Section 80 in a degree for me. And just the reason Damn is my weakest just because it's newer.
Okay. Well, I got a question. I got a question for either one of y'all, or both of y'all, if y'all want to answer. Do y'all take in consideration, like we were talking about singles, do y'all take in consideration like the entire album more so than if it has an individual single, or are y'all kind of like cooler with being like, if I don't like certain aspects of the album, I can just break it down. I can just break, singles off and be like, okay, that's cool. And it might not hurt the, like, how you perceive the album as much, or are y'all like, I need an entire body of work?
For me, I have to look at the artist, because I don't have to do that with Kendrick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like for Kendrick, to me, Kendrick,
The argument's obsolete with the Kendrick.
Yeah, he never gives me a reason. Just like,
Yeah.
man, the rest of this album kind of trash. Let me pull out a few singles and be. I do that with like a Future or Migos or somebody in that.
Throw the nigga on the bus.
I know. I'm just saying though. That's
he's
me.
right. Yeah.
But like for Kendrick, with Kendrick, I don't even expect singles from Kendrick because I know the shit I'ma like off a Kendrick album ain't radio friendly.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that was my point to you. It's like that's probably why you don't like that shit because you don't expect to hear this.
Let it go, nigga. I'm just messing with you.
No, I'm just trying to clarify my thoughts about
sure.
it. You know,
Sure.
like because I'm in the same wavelength.
I don't hate you that much.
of
I don't
y'all.
hate you that much for it.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
bro.
Just a teaspoon of hate.
The only reason he's salty is because I pointed out the fucking Drake single. That's the only reason.
He got me.
Damn,
He shot me.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
Damn, he right.
He headshotted me.
That realization hit him.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like from Jump Street when I first heard Kendrick was with you in the car, and it was Good Kid, Mad City.
I play Rick and Morty. I want to say play Rick and Morty.
No, you play Rick and Morty after you play like Backseat Freestyle, which is why I looked at you crazy. Also, when you were like Backseat Freestyle sounded for Force, I was like, what? Because I was like,
it played into.
that's literally like
No, it played into the context of the album, but to me, it still sounded forced as far as a single.
not from an artist like Kendrick.
Well, yeah, with his in context of his career.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, he has made songs similar to that.
And so it's like my thing is like with an artist like Kendrick, like and that's first thing and foremost is that a lot of people refer to him as an artist, not just a musician, not just an entertainer or.
Yeah.
So the dude is about his craft.
Yeah.
So overall, like singles, it's just like David Bowie for me. Like David Bowie didn't have a number one album, a number one single. I think he had like one number one when he first started. And then he didn't get another number one until after he passed.
Oh, really? Wow.
And that's like 40 fucking years of music.
Yeah.
And so it's like, an artist, I don't look for an artist to have a fucking banger on the fucking Billboard 100.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I don't look for a fucking K-Dot to have a number one. Will I ever be mad at them niggas for striving for that shit? No, do your fucking thing. And I think that's the, like, when it comes down to it, like, I completely agree with said also about like Damn, and that's why I was like it's a tough call between Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly because
as far as what strong or
that's the weakest.
Okay.
Because one, I haven't had enough time to sit with Damn, and two, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of shit that I actually skip on Damn, and that's just me. Ironically enough. Love is one of those fucking tracks. But do I think the track is whack? No. It's just but I'm right there with him because I understand why he put it there, but I'm right there with Tez at the same time of like that's ain't what I want to hear.
I think we're kind of at the point like I think there's such thing as you get to a point with the album. You know what you want.
You know exactly what you want.
So you already got the concept of the album is dope. Now I just want to listen to the tracks. Now.
Yeah, right,
exactly.
Right.
And I think that's the same way.
And for me,
it's
DNA element on repeat.
Exactly right. DNA element. Oh my god,
so
nigga.
Dog.
I do that with all my fucking favorite albums though. Like the only band that the only album I can't do that to is Francis the Mute.
And Pride.
Oh, Morris Vulture, yeah.
Because that shit it plays all the way through, and you're supposed to that's the way they compose. That
I will
shit.
say it's a good ass album. Yeah,
you know, like you're if you skip one track, then you're missing part of the fucking song. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like, it just flows.
Going, yeah.
The only songs that you can possibly skip is like The Widow. You know what I'm saying? The Widow, and that's exactly, and that's a single.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Very much single. Yeah.
And I felt like that shit was forced, but it sounds good. You know, like that's some shit I can't deny. Like them niggas did their thing on that shit.
I think it was like that was one of like experimental bands I started. I'm not gonna say one of the first, but it was really experimental as far as how it sounded.
Yeah.
So like I really gravitated towards The Widow because that was one of the songs.
Yeah,
first songs I heard.
Super accessible to like the common person. You know, like
very accessible.
Word.
Yeah, man.
You should check Morris Vulture out. I don't know if he has. If he's been around Ian.
I've been to Barrel you a while.
If he's been around, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm about to say, nigga, what? I'll play some Amputation right now, nigga. Let's get a little weird.
Them niggas stands for real. Ian,
man.
Yeah, because I see Ian. Shout out to Ian, by the way. I see him post like shit about Mars Volta. Like,
when I found out that he was a fan, I was like, brother,
he said,
like,
I'm home, baby, I'm home.
It's like white light, pearly gates, all the good
If
shit.
you don't know who Ian is, he's part of a group called Pen Pals. Y'all
Guys should check him out for real.
SoundCloud. He got his own single on SoundCloud. Mind Conf.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, go check it. All
I
right.
ain't heard that one yet. I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Second topic.
It's hard as fuck already.
So we just got done talking about Kendrick. All right.
It took 2 hours, but we got a little debate
Let's
in there.
move to the next topic. One thing we talked about at the last podcast, we were all gonna check out the Logic album.
Oh
Everybody.
yeah, oh Lord.
And I'm gonna say this straight up for me. I haven't finished listening to it because I've been busy
Wow.
all week. No, I've been working.
The cast actually said that. Well, he's a fan, and you said you're gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to give it a chance because I didn't want him to feel like I was just shitting on a person and not giving him a chance. Because at the same time,
I was shitting on him, and I was planning.
you was
No,
shitting
I was
on
planning
him.
on not giving him a chance, but then he was like, "I want to review it." Then I was like, "I'm out of respect. I'm gonna give it a chance." Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've heard like a lot. I heard a lot of it. I just haven't digested it just because of my busy schedule.
So,
but
you want to review it, and you haven't really.
I ain't say this ain't a review. Just think about
first
talk about
impressions.
your thoughts on it.
First
yeah.
impression.
For me, it's be first impressions. If I review it, I'll just make a separate video all the way forward.
Gotcha.
Or you'll just follow me on Twitter and I'll just say, all right,
kinda,
yay or nay.
I kind of want to go all in on that bitch.
I mean, you can. I just want to get your thoughts on it. So, as you all know, there's been a lot of controversy behind his fourth. This is his third album, actually.
Yeah, I thought it
And,
was his third album.
you know, everybody was... There's been a lot of talk about it. And not all of it's been positive, but, you know, nothing really is positive.
I thought the main topic wasn't positive. I'm just saying.
Just letting y'all niggas know. But, all right, Logic's album, everybody. I guess Tez want to go first.
Yeah,
So what you thought about it?
I can go first. I you know what? I'll be fair. I'm gonna or I'll be like less biased. I'm gonna go with good points. Like good points. I thought the production was very good. Like I like the house influences. I definitely liked the kind of the more rappier rap production. That's the only way I can like put it. Rappity rap. Yeah, I like the. I like what was the joint we brought up?
Was it Killing Spree?
Killing Spree. I like Killing Spree. I liked. I might have to actually look up. I'm gonna do it later, and I'm gonna tell people the songs I like.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like the production. I did
Pull it up real quick.
Yeah, you can. But I definitely liked. He had one song where he had some legends on there. He had Black Thought. He had Chuck D. There was two other guys he had on there. I don't know. I think one guy. I don't know if he sung or something, but Logic had 2 verses on that song, and then Black Thought had a verse, and Chuck D.
Oh yeah, with Chuck D. Yeah, it was
America.
America.
Yeah.
America.
But I much respect to Logic for keeping up with Black Thought because Black Thought is a fucking dope ass MC. Like I feel like he's super underrated. Just
I thought he
on the side note.
underperformed on that song.
Just scroll up and down.
Okay,
that was me.
Yeah.
That might have been just me. I thought he underperformed on that song.
What, Black Thought?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, I felt like he held back.
Yeah, you got that feeling too.
Yeah, but I still thought his verse was dope.
Oh yeah, his verse was hard. Don't get me wrong.
It's dope.
But like
everything I've heard from, like, I'll give you an example. When Black Thought was on a song with Chitty Bang.
Oh, that was a hard song.
That shit when it was before the album came out. It was like the mixtape before the album, and it was basically Black Thought was dropping gems to Chitty, on the song. And also talking to you at the same time, and like he did it in typical Black Thought fashion.
Yeah, he was on a song.
And it was pretty hard.
He was on a song with PD Crack, and he made PD Crack look like that nigga didn't sign with The Rock. Like he never signed with The Rock. But yeah. Anyway, another song I liked. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that Killing Spree and everybody was okay, but I do have a very impassioned. Well, not necessarily impassioned, but I got a very deep critique on Everybody, and I'm gonna leave that for like my criticism.
I don't think I like made it that far.
Oh really? You didn't make it. Everybody was on the second.
Oh
second
shit! Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
What, you didn't make it to? Did you make it to?
I
America?
made it to America. I made it to Ink Blot.
Yeah.
I made it to Most Definitely, and then I made it all the way to the phone number song. I was 2 fucking songs away from finishing the album.
But yeah, like I'll finish it. Yeah, I'll finish it.
I tapped out at the last 2.
But yeah,
damn.
Like I love the production. I liked most of the features he had on there. And like I said, Killing Spree, I feel like he had some strong verses. I like that overall song. Like there was a lot in this album that, as far as individual songs, I wasn't feeling. So, and I'm gonna get to like the negative critiques, I guess, the flaws of this album, I think. Just first and foremost, the theme of it being like from him speaking from everybody's perspective, him speaking for everybody. I think that was completely lost. That theme was completely lost. I did not see that within it. He
forgot everybody. It was just black and white.
Because like the Neil deGrasse Tyson part, I love you, Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I wasn't feeling it like that. I feel like he should have like got an actual actor to do that if he was going along those lines. But I think that whole theme of that was like lost.
I think it was tongue in cheek.
But it was
you get one of the world's top physicists who doesn't believe in God to play God. Mm-hmm. That's fucking comical.
It's comical, but it dragged. It was boring, man.
Yeah, it was just the writing for the skits. It wasn't him.
I feel like, but I would argue it would be both, in my opinion. Because I feel like they got an actor
skit after every. Well, I won't say that.
Yeah, because some songs you could not listen to without listening to the skit, unless you just fast forward through the skit.
I didn't hear that many skits in it, man.
It was enough for me to be like, this shit's lame.
Yeah. Like I honestly heard like
the skits are lame. Not saying I based the album how much I like the album.
The skits just went too long.
Well, like the song would end in like 2 minutes, but you look at the track
and it's a 7-minute track. And it's 5 minutes worth of some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But even the Killer Mike part, I thought lingered too long. I'm sorry, I love Killer Mike.
That shit was hard, dog.
Difference of opinion. That shit was long. I think if it was a short.
Well, also you got to remember, I am a preacher's kid, you know. So that shit really took me back to church. Like that shit really. I've had that fucking conversation with God.
Yeah. But like, those would be. Well, yeah. I am on the negative aspect of it. Everybody, when he said, and me and Phenom were thinking about this too. When he said, they say I got that white privilege. What the fuck is that? Nigga, you know what it is. Come on, you dumb fuck. Like, for real, I'm gonna get passionate about that. You know, he's black. He's half black. Your daddy black. Your brother's black,
bro.
And he had the people that he admires, rappers, J. Cole, Kendrick. They have talked about police brutality. In the interviews he's done, he seems pretty sharp. He seems like he's a pretty, intelligent person. You know what white privilege is. Come on, bro. Nobody needs to break it down.
White side talking, man.
Stupid. But I thought it was just a stupid thing to say, in my opinion. But besides that, and then segueing into I'm mixed. He had 4 songs where he talked thoroughly about being mixed. I thought that was extremely excessive. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think it was how he put it too. Because if you present, okay, I'm mixed. Like I got my mama black, my mama white, my daddy black. If you present it like that, or I'm proud to be black, proud to be white. You present it like that, shit's gonna be like redundant. You're gonna be like, damn, nigga, keep bringing this shit up. Now if he was tongue in cheek, and be like, my mama said they overseas in the chicken, and I'm like. You know why people do it different. If he said some shit like that, that shit would have been funny. If he said it in a nuanced way, it would have been funny. But yeah, go ahead. What you saying?
This is just a question. Do you think that it's not possible for him to have said, they say I got white privilege, what the fuck is that? You don't think he could have been, for himself, he could have been saying that tongue in cheek?
No, because what he followed it up with was, they call me, they say I should be ashamed of being black. And then that's what he segued into from, they say I got that white privilege. He was like, I got that white privilege. What the fuck is that? And then white people say I should be ashamed of being black. No, you can be cognizant of the fact that you appear white. You're mixed.
White
but
passing as fuck.
Yeah, you appear white, and with that comes people perceive you as when a white person sees you, when a police officer sees you, and they see my black ass, they probably gonna be more likely to arrest my black ass. But then also within a white community or even within a black community, you may face discrimination. That can all be on the same plane, because it can all exist, and he should be aware of the fact that it can all exist. Don't bring up, I got that white privilege. That's so stupid, man.
Nigger, stop your complaining.
That's so stupid.
All right, what about you, Henry?
I thought I didn't finish the project. I was like 2 songs shy of it.
He didn't do his homework.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't do my homework then. I'm not doing it now. Fuck. But anyway, I thought the project was actually really fucking good. The only thing that sucked about it was what Tez brought up. Is like every fucking song you got to mention black and white.
But well, here's my thing. You didn't think it was kind of preachy? I think on some songs he felt preachy.
I don't mind preachy. I don't mind preachy at all. Like some
Preacher's
people,
kid.
not only that, it's not even only that, but it's just like even when it comes, I think like art is art to me. So like even when it comes to like books, you got some books where like people are just preachy as fuck. Mm-hmm. And I don't like books like that because I don't want to read a fucking sermon. Mm-hmm. I don't have no problem listening to one.
No, but here's what I would like with what I mean. Like just like what I was saying about the.
Man, we gotta.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Okay, but like what I was saying about it being like the way he could talk about race could be nuanced. Just the way he was bringing up things seemed very like overt. Well, let me finish. Let me finish. But
you had your time to
I'm sorry. No, you have interjected when I talk, and I'm interjecting when you talk. But what I'm saying is this, and this is my rebuttal. But what I'm saying is that when you throw out something like, the TV influences how we think. He just blatantly says the TV influences how we think. He could say it in a more nuanced way where it's more interesting. That's so basic.
He didn't, though.
No, but I'm saying that's what took away from his lyricism and the artistry in the album. And you can continue. You can respond to that. Or,
bro, like he's just not that kind of rapper. Like I don't expect every rapper to be a full-fledged fucking lyricist. I don't expect every fucking non-lyricist to be a full-fledged ratchet rapper.
But it's just not, to me, it's not interesting.
I don't expect this nigga to sound like Talib Kweli. I don't expect this nigga to sound like anybody.
But interesting.
Cuz, let me finish.
Go ahead, what you saying?
All right, so my thing is like when it comes down to this and like his lyricism and the nuance of it all, like I could care less. I just want to know, do you sound good? The only other critique that I actually had about this album was that I think he speeds rap a lot because he doesn't have rhythm.
That's funny.
And that's just the truth because there was one song, what was it? And it wasn't Anxiety. It was like,
it was one that was slower tempo.
Yeah, it was slower tempo, and he was just going ham on the shit. And I was just like,
he didn't sound comfortable.
This song would sound way better if you just slowed the fuck down.
Yeah, he didn't sound comfortable at all in that song.
And so I think the concept is actually really good. The fact that
the execution. I think what about the execution
of the concept? I think he did the best he fucking could with his creativity. I can't judge him for that.
I feel like you're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying, like, if that nigga's not that creative, then I'm not gonna knock this man for trying something different.
Okay.
And so, like, I think people expect way too fucking much out of like people, and that was his whole. Honestly, your critiques of your strong opinions on how his execution of the whole project feeds into his whole concept of let people be fucking people.
But hold on.
At the end of the fucking day, he still won.
Well,
he's still mediocre.
Let me just
let
add
him be him though.
I am letting him be mediocre, but I'm critical of his
Let me
mediocrity.
add this into that though. Well, when you said like why people expect so much of him, I think it's kind of like his fan base causes people to expect. Kind of like how J. Cole's fans, like the hardcore.
Because J. Cole is just as kiddie pool deep as that nigga.
But yeah, I'm saying
it's better lyricist, though.
But I'm saying his fans,
it's way better. Come on,
his fans
bro.
paints that perspective like
rap shit.
He's that god rapper, and then when you actually hear it from a non-objective standpoint, you're like, and he aight.
That's how no, and then I feel like that's also how he positions himself.
No, I'm saying
he's not trying to do like bouncy music. He's doing music where it's like focus on my lyricism. This is what I'm good at. And when you mediocre at that shit don't keep my attention.
But
I'm sorry.
But hold on, what I'm trying to say is like
I ain't heard enough of this nigga.
No, his fan base
on that album, at least on
Logic's
that album,
fan base
for me.
Like I'm a fan of Logic. I'm not like the hardcore cat that's gonna go out and buy 10 albums just to say I did it.
Yeah,
and everything you touch is gold.
There's a difference between Stan.
If I like you, I'm gonna be critical of you. Like I'm not critical of Kendrick because Kendrick hasn't really ain't dropped nothing to make me like go hard in on. But like fans can change your perspective, especially when you coming from like an unbiased standpoint, looking at something. So I can see how people can expect something of Logic when his stands put that picture in his head like, yo, everything this man touches is gold.
No, that's definitely not the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, to me, the redeeming thing about this album was the music. Lyrically, it wasn't that interesting to me. I liked the features more than I liked him on the album, with the exception of Killing Spree and America was cool. That's it.
So what do you think? Like, I guess your final thoughts on it, or just like,
I thought the concept was dope. I like the fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson was God. And not only that, but the fact that
in real life.
not only that, but the fact that he was like, yeah, you're everybody. Like, you've been everybody, and you'll become me one day too. And people skip right past that shit. Shit
didn't do it for me. It wasn't a je ne sais quoi in my
I thought it was cool. As far as the project goes overall, I think the project is okay. I'm not mad at it. Like, the things that I can critique about it, I'm not going to critique because maybe his fans like that shit. I'm not one of his fans. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh man, this, like, I'm not going to sit up here and, man,
do what I just did. Yeah, do what I just did. You ain't gonna do that.
Like, because I let people rock, man. Like, I feel like that's the thing about hip hop that fucking sucks about hip hop is that everybody wants. You got too many fucking subgenres in hip hop, and nobody wants to give anything a fucking name. Yeah. And then when it comes down to it, like, motherfuckers want to sit up here and judge everybody on the basis of their fucking childhood and their nostalgia, and that shit fucking sucks for the people that are trying to come up and do something different.
I feel you.
Nigga, like, get your ass off this soapbox, nigga.
No,
respect you.
It ain't that.
No, I'm just sarcastic.
I mean, it's cool, but you know, y'all do y'all thing.
No, but as for me, as far as I gotten on it, being a Logic fan, out of all his works, I can't say I'm the most disappointed with it so far.
Like, how many albums and or mixtapes have you listened to from Logic?
I've listened since Young Sinatra.
What, like,
that's early.
Yeah, that's early. Yeah, that's early Logic. I've seen his progression.
So I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, no, could you say number wise how many projects to like be like this is a disappointment compared to
compare from Young Sinatra, Welcome to the End, I believe. Yeah, that was the final mixtape before he released Under Pressure, An Incredible Story. But out of his studio albums, this is the weakest to me so far. And like production on point, super. It's like the content. I know what he was trying to do. I can appreciate somebody trying to give a positive message, but I think kind of what Tez was saying, like the execution was kind of poor,
sloppy as fuck.
And what I believe he was trying to do. I'm not gonna diss him for that because I
completely agree with it too.
I can appreciate somebody trying to bring out some positivity to the forefront. I can appreciate that.
Good.
This old nigga right here.
Go put his shirt on and take that old man shit off. old man button shirt off.
Hey, man.
He chasing niggas with rocks in a minute, man.
Goddamn right, man.
Damn,
I just got off of work, nigga.
But I will say this, my own little conspiracy theory. I think like I told Tez, I think how this album came about, it was basically turning an annoyance to a positive. Or irritation into a positive, because I believe he's been getting. I think what led up to this was a lot of questions and a lot of discussions about his race when he just came up just to talk music,
and then also the African Aryan thing that
or it just. I think that spawned out of the whole like discussion interviews. Like every time he came up there talking, he was like, "Wait, so you black? Oh man, you look white as fuck, man. How you rapping like that? You white like shit like that?
How you rapping like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty
too white to rap like that.
He needs to break out of that speed rap shit, man. Like for real, like.
I think it got to a point where it's just like it got annoying. It's like I'm gonna turn this into a concept and try to make a positive out of it.
Is that speed rap shit what he's done on his previous albums?
He's done it on a lot of he's done it on a lot of his albums.
I agree.
He doesn't do it as much. Now he didn't do it as much when we started. It was more of a I can rap like this too. Mm-hmm. I can slow it down. I can do it yada yada. Now I guess it's like it's evolving into his own style, which is alright, cool.
I don't know. There was like a few.
Is he really getting to his own style? Or is he still copying other speed rap?
Exactly. A few tracks sounded like Kendrick to me. Okay. A few tracks sounded like he was trying to imitate.
I mean,
Kendrick.
like it doesn't happen overnight. I mean,
I think the thing that other people need to understand or take away from this album, or at least like, you can't talk about something this heavy, especially when you're in the midst of that issue, which is race relations, and you're literally a child that's a byproduct of race relations, tongue in cheek, pun intended. But I think his problem, especially when it comes to this album and why people are overtly critical of this shit, is because of the African Aryan thing, because you chose the word Aryan for a reason.
I don't know,
because white people are called Caucasian, not Aryans.
Yeah. You think just to be controversial,
Afro-Cajun would have been way better than Afro-Aryan.
To be
that sounds like a fancy occasion.
But you think he calculated it to be controversial?
Fuck yeah. You can't.
I can see,
bro, the thing is, and this is what I hate about. This is what I hate about.
Before we get experience, go bring it in because we're gonna have to end this in a few.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I just think
wrap up.
I just think I think certain artists in the game think that they're way deeper than they really are, and it winds up allowing them to put their own foot in their mouth, and that shit sucks because it's just like, bro, you got hella potential, you got hella clout. Ain't nobody gonna sit up here and judge you for shit, and you just sitting up here talking mad shit for no reason.
He did he co-produced a lot of tracks on his album, and he's talented as far as I can hear on producing.
Super fucking talented kid, man,
and he can rap.
Yeah, he really can.
Yeah.
He really can.
Well, all right, y'all. Well, I had another topic, but we're running out of time.
We could do that on the next one.
Yeah, we'll do that on the next one. But yeah, outros, people.
Henny Neutron, y'all know where I'm at. Find me.
Test the Great at Mars Brooks. You can catch me on Twitter. Holla at me. You can throw rocks at me because you're a diehard Logic fan and you feel some type of way of what I said. It's cool. I'm not saying fuck him. I just don't like this album. I just not feeling it.
You know we fucked up. We got to try to verify. So, all right.
I'm not trashing Logic's discography because I haven't heard it. I'm just trashing this album because it seems subpar.
True.
Yeah.
True. All right. This Phenom. Go ahead. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Check out each of our socials down in the description. And check out the Twitter. Huh?
Where your mind at, man?
I said
he could have meant Detroit.
I'm gonna put the D on it. I ain't gonna go
been talking about Rock City. Oh God.
But like I said, go ahead, follow the channel on Twitter. Follow each of these guys on Tumblr once they put their shits in the description. And yeah, we out, man. Peace, love, positivity.
Take care.